Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to do the breakout Zoom rooms. So the first thing you need to go to is where it says breakout rooms at the bottom and select that. For the first breakout room, I just assign automatically. So just pop it up until you see that everyone's in two. I tend to add a couple of extra rooms just in case people join a bit later, so you've got a few more rooms to play with. So click assign manually and then create. Then once they're in there, obviously we've got one person in each room at the moment. So if you just select move to, and I'll put the event host in room 1 and then move Christopher to room 2 and then Dave to room 2 also. So and do that until you've got 2 in every room. Sometimes you may have 3. So once I've created all the rooms, select options, then make sure all these boxes are ticked. You can adjust the time depending on how long you have. Obviously if the talking in between is going on a little bit longer, you can change that to 7 minutes, but you make sure you've always got 60 seconds countdown in there. So that normally I keep for either 7 or 8 minutes. And then make sure this is not selected. So we don't want the participants to choose any rooms, but all the rest, so that it automatically moves people in and out of the room. Then you click on that button. Then when it's all done, you just basically open all rooms. Now this will automatically take everyone to their rooms. And then when it's finished, there'll be a button that comes up and says close now, and then you close it, click on the close it, and then once the minute countdown has finished, they'll automatically all come back into the rooms. So then when they all come back, you can start reassigning them to the rooms. You can adjust this as well so that you can see it more clearly. Right? It's easy at the moment because there's only a couple of people in the room. But what I do before I send everyone to the room, I make a note of the bottom person in each of the rooms. So in this case, I'd make a note of event host, then as room 1, and then Dave James as room 2. And I do that all the way down for each room so that when it comes to rescheduling the rooms, all I would do is look at this and I'd say, Charlotte, I'm going to move her to Dave James's room, so that when Charlotte's in there, you know that that's Dave James's room, and you've just moved Charlotte, so you know then that Christopher has got to move to the next room. But obviously there's no one in room 3, so then I'd move Christopher into room 2. So let's just do it quickly. So Charlotte, I'm moving to Dave's room, which is room 2, and then then that Christopher needs to move to the event host's room, which is room 1. But you do it all the way down. Just make a mental note in your head. And then you've also got your list as well, written down on a piece of paper of who is in each room, so you know not to move them. In the event that there's 3 people in a room, it becomes a bit more complicated. So what I try and do is to note down who the 3 people in the room were. And then what I'll do is I'll move one of them to the next room and then another person to the following room. And then you'll have a different set of 3, if that makes sense. But I can't show you on here because there's not enough people. But if you make a note of each time who's in room 3, and when it comes to rescheduling the 3rd room, that who's going to go into the 3rd as a 3 the next time, you're not duplicating it, and it's literally just moving them down the list so that they don't get duplicated again. If you wanted to take a person out of the room, you can just click on which room that you want to take them out of and then keep them out that way. And then whoever's not allocated into the room will be left in the room for yourself, for you to have one-to-ones as well. But you can move people around to what room, and obviously just uncheck them if you if you don't want them in the room. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you for watching.